All right, let's talk about the art of verbal seduction. Now, everybody on YouTube knows about the dating coach Alan Roger Curry. He has his own, Mode 1 technique, and he wrote a book on Mode 1, and he wrote a book on Ooh, Say It Again. He got other books out, but I'm not Alan Roger Curry. I'm my own different person, but I can agree with Alan Roger Curry, especially the book Ooh, Say It Again. I always been a sexual, kinky type of man. And, I read some of those erotica books just to read them, just to get a taste for what women like to read. And, I learned about that very young, but I chose not to use that when I was younger. I just talk to women, let them know I wanted to fuck or whatever, have sex with them, and it worked, and sometimes it didn't work. But as soon as I got older, I realized that I need to change my game up. And ever since then, I got into like I made a video, I got into the BDSM lifestyle, polyamorous, swinger lifestyle. I'm all into that. But mastering the art of verbal seduction, I have to learn how to be smooth. And sometimes I get in a battle with myself because I don't have a hatred for women. I'm not trying to be misogynistic. But once you've been in the dating game for so long, you get jaded. And to be honest with myself, I have been jaded. Not because women, trying to take me for a fool or nothing like that. Because some women are, they're not interested sometimes. But that's a part of the game. Some women like to play games and, bullshit around when they don't have to. All they got to do is just be honest. A lot of women are passive aggressive. So that's one thing I had to learn. A lot of these women are passive aggressive. A lot of these women ain't gonna tell you all the time that they don't want to mess with you. And like I said, I've been jaded. A lot of these women not talking about shit. And you deal with a lot of that once you're in the dating game. You gotta find a way to compartmentalize that, which I've tried to do. Because I made videos on YouTube and I said a lot of things out there in the real world that might sound misogynistic, but I'm not misogynistic at all. I had to realize that you're not going to get every woman, and every woman's not going to be interested in you. But I've learned my lesson. And I've been trying to master the art of verbal seduction these past couple of years, get my mind right, get my language right, and I'm almost there. I was always the porno king, watching all kind of porn when I was younger, boy. Everybody that knew me knew I was a porno freak. Oh, man, I'll be watching porn in my spare time, man. I used to tell women in high school I was the biggest freak in the whole school, man. And I took that. I used to be on chat lines, having phone sex all the time, and I learned about that way back then. I was 18 years old, 17, 18, man. And I had to learn that. And I got away from that when I was a little bit younger, in my 20s. I got away from that. I really did. And I knew about being verbally seductive, but I just didn't do it. And that's one of my biggest regrets in life. That I waited till I get in my 30s to want to start doing this shit. I could have had a lot more women. But mastering the art of verbal seduction, you got to be smooth and seductive. Like I said in my last video, you got to whisper in a woman's ear and tell her every freaky, kinky thing you want to do to her. And be so smooth with it. Now, I'm not trying to be like Alan Roger Curry, but whispering into a woman's ear, telling her what you want to do to her, that's the that's the top level of the game right there. One of the top levels of the game. You got the pimping and you got the dating game. You whispering in a woman's ear, telling her what you're going to do to her, what you want to do to her. It's top-notch game. Whether the woman's going to reciprocate what you want to do, it really doesn't matter. That's another thing I have to learn too. Now, if a woman decides to not, don't want to mess with me like that, you have to accept that and keep it pushing to the next woman. You're not going to get every woman. There's 10 women out there. You might get 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, but you're not going to get all 10. Even a rich person or a person that's in Hollywood ain't gonna get all 10 women. They're not. They might get 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, but not all 10. Let me get back to the beginning, the art of verbal seduction. Let me get back to that. Just being smooth and seductive with your words and having a low-pitched voice. Telling her what you're going to do to her in a smooth, seductive, low-pitched voice instead of just blurting out, hey, I want to bend you over and have sex with you. No, you whisper into her ear like, I want to bend you over and just take those panties off and just fuck the shit out of you. That's how you do it. And some people, when they hear me say that, they think, oh, you've been, Alan Roger Curry. Like, no, I'm not Alan Roger Curry, man. I've been doing this on my own. Even when I was 17, 18, before I even knew about Alan Roger Curry. But I'm going to give him his props. He is the king of verbal seduction. But if he's the king, I'm right behind him. I'm trying to be the master of verbal seduction. You're going to have some competition. Because every day I'm getting my voice ready. I'm getting everything together. I'm trying to be a little bit more smoother. I'm trying to look into a woman's eyes and whisper in their ear what I'm going to do to her, make her feel good, make her pussy just flood. That's what I'm trying to do. And when I was younger, I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't even thinking like that for some reason. I don't know why the game eluded me for so long. I'm very disappointed in myself. Very disappointed because I already had sex with at least 200-some women. I could probably have about 4. I could probably have about 400 women. But mastering the art of verbal seduction is not easy. It takes time. It takes years. You have to get out there in the field, get out there and talk to women. And that's what I've been doing. You got to get out there and talk to these women. Say things to them that most men probably are afraid to tell them. But you tell them that in a smooth, seductive voice. Like I said in my last video, women are auditory. Men are visual. Some women get turned on by a man's looks, but they get more turned on by what a man says. Like I said in my last video, those women like to read erotica books. And those erotica books are full of all kinds of nasty things. And women get turned on by reading those words. They have some guy with his shirt off on the cover of the book, and he's holding some woman, and he's whispering in their ear, telling them what he's going to do to her, and women get off on that. And I always knew that, but I just chose not to use that. And like I said before, I'm very disappointed in myself that I didn't use that. Because I knew when I was younger that that's how it was with women. I just chose not to do that. But every woman I come in contact with, I always whispered in her ear. I tell her what I'm going to do to her, what I want her to do to me. I tell her I want her to get on her knees and just give me head. I want to bend her over and just eat her from the back. All kind of freaky stuff. Stuff that's not good for kids. So I've been trying to master the art of verbal seduction. I'm almost there. And like I said, any woman that I come in contact with, I'm always whispering in their ear, telling her what I want to do to her. Most men don't do that. You got some men who do, but most men really don't. You know, it's got to be smooth and seductive with your words. Just go pick up some erotica books and just read it. They got all these different words to describe everything. Some of those books are just really raunchy, and the women love it. That's why there's a genre for that, for women to read those books. A lot of women have those books, man. You don't understand. A lot of women read those books. This is why women love movies like 50 Shades of Grey and 365. They love movies like that because it turns women on. Because you might be married to somebody you don't think that might turn them on, and that turns them on. You gotta be able to get a woman pussy wet, man. If you can't do that, then you ain't gonna be able to get no woman in bed with you quick. That's what I had to learn. So if you can get a woman's pussy wet, you get her thinking and imagining what you're trying to do to her. That's another thing. Women love to imagine things. Women love to fantasize about things. Let me say that. They love fantasies. Just talk to them about their fantasies. I have women told me all kind of crazy shit. They want to be in threesomes with two dudes, be in threesomes with two women, or be in a threesome with a guy and a girl and her. These women out here are freaky, nasty. Some of these guys don't even know how nasty they girlfriend or wives are. You know, these women out here are freaky, man. And these men don't know exactly how wild and freaky their woman can get until the right man comes along who can whisper something real freaky in their ear, and she goes out and cheats on his ass. She's outside of her job getting banged by the trash can. Has a baby daddy and 2 kids at home. So she's getting banged at work while her baby daddy and her kids at home. While he's coming to pick her up, and she just get banged at the job. If you learn the master of verbal seduction, learn the art of verbal seduction and master verbal seduction, you can get a woman to do stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of freaky women out here, man, and their husbands and baby daddies and boyfriends don't know exactly how freaky they are. And it's sad, man. That's why I don't get in relationships like that, because women do stuff like that. Like I said about the BDSM lifestyle, I can't get in a relationship with a woman who's not going to be my submissive. So, like I said, man, you get one of those erotica books, read it. You know, you can watch all the 50 Shades. Well, 50 Shades really ain't that type of... He's not whispering all kind of... Well, yeah, he tells women, yeah, Christian Grey, he does say stuff like that, but you gotta get one of those erotica books, man, and really read it. Go through it. It'll tell you exactly how to get a woman aroused and ready to have sex with you, man. You can get a woman to have sex with you, and the first time you meet her, you don't have to wait. You don't have to take her out no dates. Just tell her what you want. Whisper in her ear. Let her know exactly what you're trying to do. Have a smooth, low-pitched voice. Say everything real smooth, real sexy. You know, you gotta change your voice. You can't have a regular voice talking to women. You gotta be low-pitched. Like, oh, you're so damn sexy. I can't wait to just bend you over. And that gets women turned on. It really does. It amazes me. It amazes me, man, how women get turned on like that. I had a woman tell me the other day, it's like, I was thinking about the things you say to me. I was thinking about you all day. And my pussy was so wet. I was like, oh my God. I was like, ooh, say that again. Ooh, say that one more time. That's Alan Roger Curry first thing, but that's his thing. But I try not to say that, but like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, repeat that. Repeat what you said. I try to do something different, but that's Alan Roger Curry type of thing, man. I'm not trying to steal nothing from him. But that's a good catchy line, though. Ooh, say it again. That's a good line to tell a female, man. I got to give it to him. I got to give Alan Roger Curry his flowers on that one, man. I tried not to use that shit, but I can't stop using that shit, man. That's some good stuff right there. A woman says some freaky, nasty, wild, kinky type of shit. You be like, ooh, say it again. Like, ooh, repeat that. I don't know. Say it again sounds better than repeat that. Oh, I try to use another one. Like, oh, say that again. Yeah, that's some good shit. But mastering the art of verbal seduction is not easy. It's going to take a while. It's going to take years for you to get smooth with women. Because a lot of men can say smooth shit to a woman's face, but once you whisper it in the ear, it changes everything. That's one thing I had to start doing. Because you can say what you want to a female, right to her face, looking right in her eyes and telling her that, but it's not sexy. It's not smooth. It's not seductive. That's one thing I had to learn myself. That you telling a woman something freaky and kinky to her face, it doesn't like really register, really. But when you whisper it in her ear, it registers. You know, that's one thing I had to learn. I had to learn how to, you telling women something to her face, it's not smooth enough. You gotta go the extra mile to be smooth. And that's one thing I really had to learn with mastering the art of verbal seduction, just being smooth every single day. Try to be smooth every minute, every day when you're around women. You got to be smooth. When I used to work a job, I tried to say things that was smooth, not on no sexual harassment shit, but just say things and talk to women in a smooth way. You know what I'm saying? I have to teach myself how to do that. How to be smooth with your words. Because when you're around a bunch of women at a job, some men can get out of control and be on some sexual harassment type of shit, but you don't have to be on that sexual harassment shit. You can say things to a woman that she can understand. You can get your point across. That's what I'm trying to get to. And I had to learn that too. So, like I said, read some of those erotica books. You can watch some movies. You can watch 365, 50 Shades of Grey, Secretary. You can watch those type of movies. That's another, you can, take some notes. That'll make you be a little bit smoother, some scenes in those movies. But you have to learn how to be smooth and seductive. And use a soft, low-pitched voice when talking to women. And letting women know exactly what you're trying to do with her. I know a lot of men have their own fantasies. Tell a woman what your fantasies are. You tell a woman whatever freaky, nasty fantasy you got, you whisper it in her ear. And you let her know exactly what you're trying to do. Tell her what you want to do with her. Tell her all your fucking fantasies. She gonna tell you every fucking thing. I have women tell me all kind of freaky shit. I'm like, good Lord. And she don't even look like she no freaky ass person. When she just telling you all kind of freaky shit, you like, oh my God. You don't even look like you like that. When these women are actually like this, you'll be fucking surprised how freaky and nasty and kinky these women are. Shit boggles my mind because they look all innocent and shit, but then some nasty fucking freaks. Met a woman who has an OnlyFans. She on there sucking dick. She on there got cum all over her face. I'm like, good Lord, I didn't know you was like that. You don't even seem like that type of woman. I start talking freaky to her. That just brought the shit out of her. I didn't even know this woman didn't even have an OnlyFans. I'm like, good Lord, woman, she on there just sucking dick 6 ways a Sunday. I'm like, oh my God. I had ran into a true freak, huh? And she got turned on by what the fuck I was saying. And now I'm gonna leave it there, man. Try to be smooth. Try to master the art of verbal seduction. Try to whisper in a woman's ear. Like I said, tell her what you want to do to her. Tell her all your fucking fantasies, man. If she's gonna be with it, she's gonna be with it. If she's not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just get in the habit. Because one thing I had to do was get in the habit of doing that. It doesn't matter the outcome. If a woman's going to give me some sex or not, it doesn't matter. Because I play the game to play the game. You know, when people play sports, football, basketball, baseball, they play the game for the love of the game. The money is great, but the love of the game is why you play. And that's another thing I have to realize about the dating game, just for the love of the game. That's why I'm in it. Because it does nothing but dig you deeper into the game, especially if a woman rejects you and you got to move on to the next woman. The woman ain't talking about shit. She ain't talking about having sex with you. You got to move on to the next woman. All that does is dig you deeper into the game. It digs you way deep. And you love the game. I love the game. I love the game for what it is, even if I don't get no pussy from the woman. It might be 2 or 3 women I don't get no pussy from, but I'm still going out there. I'm still shooting my shot. I'm still trying to be smooth. I'm still trying to be seductive. I'm still whispering in a woman's ear. I'm still doing it no matter what. No matter how much I get rejected or how many women that's decide not to play games with me and bullshit with me, I'm still going out there. I never stop. I never quit. I never settle. And that's one thing I have to learn about mastering the art of verbal seduction. You got to keep going. You got to keep getting at these women no matter what. Because if you sit around, these women are not going to come fuck with you. You got to go out and get them. You have to go out and get what you want from these women, man. If you don't speak, closed mouths do not get fed. And that's another thing I have to fucking learn. You have to go out there and put it all on the line with these women, man. 2022, you got to put it all on the fucking line. If you want to get out here and have sex with these women, you got to put it all on the line with these women. And you got to tell them what the fuck you trying to do. Because I don't hold anything back from the woman. I let a woman know as soon as I meet her, I would not mind being you over fucking the shit out of you. Whether that's tonight or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month or 2 or 3 months from now. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to tell this woman what the fuck I want to do. I'm going to tell this woman exactly the type of fantasies I got that's going to involve her. I'm going to let her know that. And it just digs me deeper into the game every single day. And I love the game for what it is. I know it's hard out here. It's hard out here, man. It is, because these women out here are crazy. And these women love to play games with motherfuckers, man. But I'm still in the game for the love of it. You know what I'm saying? You can't play football without getting tackled. You can't play basketball without getting fouled. You can't play hockey without getting checked into the boards. And you can't be in the dating game without getting rejected. You can't be in the dating game without women bullshitting and playing games. You just got to charge their ass to the game and keep it moving to the next woman, man. That's another thing to add to the list. You can't dwell on one woman. I had to learn that the hard way. One woman ain't talking about shit, even though I laid out the line, tell her I want to have sex with her in a smooth, seductive manner. She still ain't biting on it. Have to charge her ass to the game and move on to the next woman. That's the hardest part of the game, because You want to have sex with this woman, but if she not feeling and she playing games with you, you got to move the fuck on to the next woman. That's why you need to be talking to multiple women, man. I had to do another video about talking to multiple women. You got to be talking to 3 or 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 different type of women, man, because these women will fall the fuck off. These women go fuck around and have a boyfriend, or go have a girlfriend, or just don't want to talk to you no more. You got to have multiple women out there. But I'm going to leave it there. Church Tabernacle.